Hey, what's up everybody? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and today I'm bringing you a new custom figure. This is my Marvel Legends Magneto figure. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the existing Marvel Legends figure that we got from Toy Biz. It just really has goofy proportions and some details are really not so great. And the Marvel Select one I thought was just an absolutely ugly figure. The proportions were way off, the face was a terrible sculpt, and it just looked really goofy. It had really tiny arms and big gigantic legs and big feet. And I didn't like it at all. So I took a couple parts from the Marvel Select one and a whole bunch of other custom parts, and I made a new Magneto. Before we get into anything, let me just show you the height. He stands just about 7 inches, so he's a little bit tall, I guess, but I guess that's not too far off from the most of the Marvel Legends are about 6.5, so he'll fit in with them. He's a little bit big, but my customer and I wanted him to be a pretty imposing character, pretty imposing figure, so we didn't care that he was that big, and it's not so big. He also comes with he has these 2 open hands up here, you can see. And he has 2 fist hands. Now, I also gave him some accessories, which are probably not so realistic, but he's got these energy type of accessory, magnetic energy, whatever you want to call it, who knows. It was some Force lightsaber lightning things, and I made those fit on his hands so that he can kind of, it's just basically something to show off his magnetic power, and those snap onto his hands. I'm not going to do it right now because I can't really see what I'm doing in the camera, but they snap onto his hands. So that is that. Let's go ahead and put the fists on for the review so they take up less space. There's one. Yeah, well, what the heck, we'll just leave it on for the variety. So there's 2. That one we'll leave that way. Okay, I also made him a little flight stand that just goes underneath his cape and it holds him up. Alright, let's talk about the figure. The helmet. Let's get this stuff out of the way. The helmet is from the Marvel Select Magneto. I took it off. I took the face out because it was ugly, terrible sculpt. I repainted the helmet with a metallic red. Not too metallic, just a little bit. And then I repainted the purple with a really metallic pearly custom purple that I made, and I dremeled down and reshaped the face of the Marvel, or not Marvel, what was it, X-Men Classics Magneto, because I really like that face and that head sculpt. So I made that fit inside the helmet, and I made that fit on top of the base body, which is the legendary comic book heroes Rarl, or whatever, I don't know how to pronounce his name, W-R-R-A-R-L-L-R-A, I don't know what his name is, something like that. But that's the base body. It's actually a really good body, but it didn't have all the parts I needed, so I had to kind of chop them all together. So I'll explain that as we get to it. The cape is also from the Select Magneto. I really wanted a cape that drooped over the shoulders like this, and this was the only one that did it without really doing some major work on the figure. So this one worked out perfectly. I repainted it around the collar, and I added some shading to the purple that was already there. Because I didn't, if it's not broke, why fix it? So the cape was pretty good the way it was, aside from the collar part and the shading. So back to the Rarl, or whatever his name is, body. I painted all black, dry brushed red for the main part of the suit. The underwear part is dry brushed purple. The gloves, the boots, and the belt, and the mask and the collar are all the custom purple that I made. And then inside the gloves, the red part, we didn't want that to look like it was part of the suit, so I did that the same color as the helmet with that pearly metallic red. I made the gloves and the boots out of Mr. Sinister cape straps. The arms are all from the elbow to the wrist are resculpted completely from the Rarl figure, and then I added the stuff on top. All of the hands I have are from the Soda Gen figure. They were just about the right size, and we really wanted these open hands from Gen, so it worked out perfectly. And this part, the belt, is from a face-off Punisher. I had to take off Rarl's belt and then resculpt the lower abdomen there, and I put that belt on. From the shin down is the top part of Rarl's boot. I resculpted over that and put this on top of it. And then from the about the middle of the shin down is the what's his name, Wonder Man boot. I wanted to use the feet from him, and I don't like to split things at the joint because it makes them weak, so I cut it up here. So about halfway up is Wonder Man, another halfway is the Royal, whatever his name. I hate that name, I can't even say it, boot, and then the leg is normal. So it was a little bit taxing to get all the parts together to be the right proportions and everything, but I think it worked out pretty well. We were really going for more of a Jim Lee style 90s cartoon Magneto. We didn't want him to look too wimpy. We wanted him to be pretty big and imposing and muscular. So that's what we went for. And we wanted to not to just use flat purples on him because he is the master of magnetism. We wanted to go ahead with the metallic purple. So I really wanted to get the shininess out there. So like I said, I mixed a couple different pearl and a couple different metallic paints to get that the way I wanted it. And I think it turned out really good. Hopefully it shows up well in camera. It looks good in person. You'll have to take my word for it though. It almost has like a liquid effect. But so he's got all the standard articulation. There's nothing that I got rid of except for the shin twist. He's got an ankle rocker. All of the hands have a rotation and a pivot, and then the head has the full range of motion, but it is limited due to the helmet. And of course the ab crunch still works, but it's limited due to the cape. You know, there's only so much you can do when you're working with a caped figure, and that's the basic rundown of it. We wanted it to be pretty gritty and I guess more realistic looking with proper proportions and a lot more kind of a darker looking character. So that's what we came up with, guys. Let me know what you think. Oh, I should probably explain how I did this. These things are, like I said, they're from the Force Lightning from some Star Wars figure. I guess this goes on a lightsaber, I don't know. But it was translucent blue originally. I painted it with a clear black paint, translucent black. Then I put some flat silver on top of that, and then I did some more clear black. And it gave a really nice kind of like 3D effect. Hopefully it's showing up. I can't tell at all if it is, but so that snaps onto his hands. I could show you real quick off camera, and then I'll put it back on, and that'll be that. Hang on one second. Yeah, that's just a quick example. I didn't really do a good job, but it snaps onto the fingers. So that was just a little bonus I wanted to throw in there for my customer since he buys a lot of things. I figured why not. So there it is, guys. There's the Magneto. Let me know what you think. This is probably, as I've said many times before, one of my favorite customs. Every time I make one I say it, but this one really does take the cake, I think. I really like Magneto as a character, and I really dislike the figure they gave us for him. So I was very, very happy to make a new one, and I think this is just about the way he should look. So there he is, guys. Thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for a couple more reviews. I didn't get all those reviews up yet, so keep an eye out for those. I have a couple more customs in the works, so look for those as well. And of course, as I have to say, in the meantime, keep collecting.